I've gotten some questions about how I homeschool for just 1 hour per day. I figured that the easiest way to explain my method of homeschooling so quickly in a day is to put it in a video. So I work full-time from home, and I actually have this kind of strange work schedule, so I take my lunch break around 9 or 10 a.m. This is the hour window that I use to homeschool my kids. Let me back up just a little bit though, because I do just a very small amount of prep work early in the morning or the evening before we do lessons. Even though most of what I use is very open and go, which I love, I do look ahead in the curriculum and just see what I would like my kids to accomplish during that day. I go way more in depth about how I plan my homeschool on a daily basis in my homeschool planning video, and you can check that out by clicking the card above. The key is that I really only assign maybe 1 or 2 or maybe 3 pages of curriculum per subject per day. I also use the Charlotte Mason method for the most part, so I really am passionate about just keeping lessons short. This way my kids stay motivated and we can all just get through the day a lot quicker, and they're always excited to do school again the next day. This is a very low pressure way of making sure that school gets done in that 1 hour window of time on a daily basis. Did I say daily? You heard me right. I try to do school 7 days a week. This might sound overwhelming or unnecessary to you, but trust me, it's really not as bad as it sounds. For example, school doesn't necessarily mean sitting at the table, doing lessons straight from a curriculum workbook or something like that. It could be something a little bit more freeform as well. This could mean nature study, it could mean free reading time, anything like that. As long as we do it a little bit every day, I feel like we are making the progress we need to be making. But the 7-day-a-week schedule is basically the way that I can make it work by only doing 1 or 2 pages per curriculum per day, because I'm doing a little bit every day. There are also days of the week where I like to mix it up. So for example, I have dubbed Fridays Free Reading Fridays, and this is a day when my kids can pick up whatever books they want to read as long as it's within their reading level, and they can just read at their leisure without doing formal lessons that day. Depending on the difficulty level and how much help they need, they can either just do it independently somewhere else in the house, or they can come sit down next to me at my work desk while I'm working, and I can kind of guide them through it word by word. Either way, it's great reading practice, and they always feel accomplished with their reading skills at the end of the day. After I'm off work in the afternoons, that's usually our read-aloud time. We've recently read the Chronicles of Narnia books, the first 3. We are currently getting through our island story for history, and I have a few more books on my list to tackle next. I have The Hobbit, which we just started, and then also things like Pilgrim's Progress or Parables from Nature. So basically that time after I'm off work but before bedtime, that is my Ambleside Online time. So that's the time I do all the read-alouds and maybe even just listen to LibriVox recordings together of the Ambleside Online books that we are doing for that curriculum. Now the weekends are kind of different because I don't work on the weekends, so I am able to fit in a little bit more than 1 hour per day of school for my kids on Saturdays and Sundays. I try not to make lessons that much longer, but what I do is I make their main lessons, their math and their phonics, a little bit shorter, and those are the subjects that we do every day. But I make those a little bit shorter on the weekends, and then we add in either history or science with our homeschool day, so that we are just doing a little bit of each subject every single day of the week. This is actually a really nice school time for the kids because they really enjoy doing history with Story of the World, and they also enjoy doing the science KiwiCo crates that we get every month. So this is a really nice treat for them. It's a really fun and interactive way to do school, and so it's always a treat for us. So math and phonics every day, and then 1 day a week for history and 1 day of science is roughly the schedule that I use for my homeschool week. I'm so grateful to have learned about the Charlotte Mason method and been encouraged to do shorter lessons, because if I thought that school had to take several hours a day, there's literally no way that I would be able to make it work with my work schedule and everything else going on. Also, I just try really hard to use curriculum that is really easy to use, very open and go, so that I have very low amounts of prep work and my kids can kind of open it up and just get started, even if I'm not next to them, getting them started and kind of acclimated to what the lessons are asking for. They can do this on their own own, and that's really valuable. This whole system of homeschooling for about 1 hour per day has really worked well for us. It aligns with my educational values, it's enjoyable for the kids, it works with my work schedule, so all in all, this is the best schedule for my family at this time in our lives. How much time do you spend doing school lessons every day? Let us know in the comments below. And don't forget to like and subscribe to see more videos just like this one. See you next time!